money. So what do I do?
Okay, so again, it's all part of the whole process. As parents, we are there to guide them the right way. Yes, it's her money. Yeah, it's the money. You can easily withdraw the money if you want it. You can stop it. She's got the money now, and she's adamant she wants to get something, and you are not in support of it. Then she makes a decision, or he makes a decision. Do you want to continue doing? You want to continue to this money or not? You have to have boundaries. We have to discipline our children the right way. So they can't just willy-nilly go out and just be buying whatever they want. That's not the way it goes. But they have their money, and the starting point when I say guide them in the right way. Yes, it's her money. Yes, it's the money. This is how much I'm going to put away in my bank. This is how much money she's got the money. Play around with, spend it, go to the shop, buy whatever I want, or I'm going to keep it and keep accumulating that percentage I have until I have enough to buy my iPhone 10.
Okay, so iPhone 10. Now, this brings my next question. How long should I let them save before they want to spend? Should I let them save for a month or 2 months? Should I, teach them to save for a longer period or a shorter period? What really? Well, how long should they accumulate the money before they start spending?
There's no real right or wrong answer with it. I think when you're starting them off, I don't suggest you leave it for too long. Let them have some fun and enjoy it, so that they can enjoy, when they say enjoy the fruit of your labor. They've done a little bit of work. Let them have fun with it. So, if you're going to pay them on a weekly basis or at the end of the week, that's ideally how you should do it when they're younger. Pay them at the end of the week. Then, at the end of the month, we have a treat day at the end of the month in my house. So the end of the month is where they can take bits of their money, go to the bank. I will also treat them out of my own money, because they've been good. Then they will also get a treat out of their own money, what they want. Some months they say we don't feel like spending money. So this month they said, Mom, we don't want to spend our money because our auntie's having a birthday next month. So me and my sister are accumulating some of our money. We're going to buy gift cards for auntie. So that's their decision. It's not up to me.
What you could then always ask me, said, how do you help to materialize their dreams into money? And what connection is money management and materializing their dreams?
Okay, so the first part of it, I don't think I'll be able to answer it right now. That's a more in-depth question. Materialize their dream into money. I don't think
it's like them having a talent. And I think it means if a child has a talent, as a singing talent, or, how do you monetize the talent? I think that's what the question is. How do you?
I think that one would be for another day for me to answer, so that they can enjoy it. I love when they say enjoy the fruit of the labor. It doesn't necessarily let them have fun with it. So, if you're going to pay them on a weekly basis. I think
how you're going to monetize your child's gift is first. First of all, you need to understand, if I can help with that. You need to understand what your child's talents are. Now, I know my first daughter loves to art, and I'm trying to get her opportunities to art, and I'm just a surprise. She's in a movie, surprise coming up. So now I'm trying to expose her to that. First, you have to train her. She has to maybe go to a film school. If she wants to be a dancing school. She wants to be like my first also. She wants to be a photographer. So I got her a camera. She has a camera. Most of the pictures I take online, most of the pictures I post on Facebook, those professional pictures were taken by my daughter. So I think for you to monetize your child's dream is first you need to understand what your child's dream, your children's dreams are. Then you train them, because I strongly believe we all need training, and you train them to, then expose them, start networking, so you can get them opportunities to express themselves in whatever it is they want to do. Then the monetizing comes, because you can't. Monetizing is like Z. You have to do the ABC, which is understand what their dreams are, and train them, network for them, and then when they start making the money, before they start making the money, you start money literacy, so that when the money comes, and that's what she's saying, you start now, even before that their dreams come, comes now to teach them money literacy. So when they start making money from their dreams, maybe playing football, like she said, they have an idea of how to spend their money, how to manage their money, and all be good money managers, because mommy or daddy has taught us has taught us, how to be a better money man. I think you have to first understand your child's dreams and train them. Then you
take it from there. And I just wanted to add very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned, your daughter being talented in certain areas.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter is 13, wants to be an architect, but she's very good with creative writing, and she's good artistically, but she's good with creative writing. And she has all this work she's done at school just for creative writing. And the teachers have said it's really, really, really good. So I said to her, how do you fancy having a book? How do you fancy? You don't even have to write anything because you've written all the stuff already, and she's interested in it. Whether she'll follow it through is all nurturing to find out whether that's what she wants to do. Maybe she's not even really interested in it. She just writes creatively.
And we have to be careful because we were once children, and growing up we have so many dreams. Like when I was growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. And at the same time, I wanted to be a footballer. And I started to want to be a nurse. And so you have to be careful to really, really understand what your child's purpose is. You might not really be the one to find the child's purpose for them, but you would be a vehicle or a vessel to help them find what they want to really be in life. You see some of these actresses or footballers, whatever it is, especially footballers, their parents find out they love to play football and they take them Sundays or take them to training Saturdays and Sundays to play football. Some parents have noticed their children they love playing human body, and they get them the skeleton whatever, to practice. So you really need to understand what your child's purpose is. You don't because if you keep listening to I want to do this, you keep spending money in different places, and at the end they might not end up doing that. So it's very important while you're teaching them money literacy and them following their dreams. You need to understand, you need to put an eye, understand what your child is really good at. From growing up, I was good at talking. I wish my parents picked that. Our guest last week said it's called speaking. I was good at speaking, so I wish my parents picked that, and they would have forced me to go with accounting because I read accounting. I read accounting, so if my parents had picked, I was very good at speaking.
You'd have been a great speaker.
So that's the point. You need to understand what your child is, why you're teaching, what your child wants to be, what he thinks he wants to be, what you think. Because we, as mothers, sometimes we tend to see the future of our children.
We have this inner eye. It's like a seventh sense or sixth sense, that we have. We can see potential in them. No, and I'm not surprised my daughter said she wanted to be an architect. She's always been drawing. From a little age, she used to draw out in the cold. She'd be on the easel. And as an architect, she has an imaginative mind, so she can do a creative writing. Exactly. So the two are kind of intertwined, But whether she wants to actually go down that road or write in a book, I will see, because I tell her to write up the words now. And
Mommy has a book. Okay, let's talk about the book before we come back to this question.
Okay.
We have another question, but let's talk about your book now.
Okay.
Your book. What is it all about?
It's all about money literacy for kids. That's what I breathe, eat, sleep, dream. That's what I do. That's my mainstay. I do other things, but that's my mainstay. But it's money literacy and for kids. And basically, it's I call it the complete and basic starting point for money literacy. And so I drew it up. I wrote the book with the help of my kids.
Okay.
From what I've tried and tested. Because who else?
Which is practical.
Yeah. Who best to ask other than my children?
What's the name of your book again?
Play Your Cards Right.
Play Your Cards Right.
Yeah.
And where do we get them?
You get it through Lulu. Lulu is a place where you get your where they do books.
So Lulu.com or Lulu.co.uk?
Lulu.com.
Lulu.com.
Yeah, Lulu.com.
So anybody can get it from anywhere in the world, or we just?
I believe so. Yes. I can give some more information later on.
Okay.
Yeah, so they come in two parts. The book you can get from Lulu, and then the cards you get from me. Okay, so the cards are not on Lulu, but once you use the link that is given, and that I will ship that out to you. So I have the cards, but you have to use the two together. But anyway, so it's a complete and basic system, and the method that I used in there, I made it fun and friendly, and I call the method. Hear it out. Bring nice wellies but stay indoors.
Bring nice wellies but stay indoors. Okay.
So when I said that to a group of kids,
So
when I said that to a group of kids last year, they were like, miss, but you don't have nice wellies and stay indoors. Because wellies are your boots. So you go outside. So that's the whole purpose, is to play play with words for them to think.
Well, it's like, so bring nice words.
Yes. Yes. So bring nice words. But each letter of those, each word. So the bring, the B in the bring stands for budget.
Budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the
so
nice.
We need to budget.
So we need to budget. That's the first bring. And then your nice, the N in the nice stands for need.
Need.
Yeah.
Budget.
Yeah.
Needs.
So then we said when is, didn't we? So the W stands for want.
Want.
Right.
Budget needs want. Okay.
Then we've got a but, which is a B. So that's your bucket list. That's where you dump all the things that mommy can't get now for you.
Like wants. Okay.
Yeah. And then stay is save. We need to save.
We need to save.
Yeah. And then indoors is the I, is the invest.
Invest. So we need to invest. What kind of child invest?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
What kind of child investing?
What kind of child investing? Well, it's a tricky question. Your children don't necessarily invest themselves. They can't go to an investor. They can't go to a stockbroker. They can't do any of that. But one thing I said to someone the other day is, if you have two children in a house and you have one child who is really into doing their chores and they like to make money, they like the idea, they do their work and everything, and you have another child who does not like to do anything, because I've got one child like that at home. She likes the money, but she don't want to do the work. So the way, the older one will invest her money in a small way, she says to the younger one, you need some money for something. You can have some of my money, but when you give me back that money, you need to give me another extra pounds for you having my money without me having it. And isn't that how we invest? We give our money to the bank or to a stockbroker. We want to buy shares. We tell them to hold on to our money for a while, and then in return for that, they give us back our money, and in return, they give us a percentage on it. So those are the ways that you can just start to teach them. If you have siblings around the house, some do want to do something, some don't want to. You have cousins if you come from a big family. If a child has enough money in their piggy bank, they can start to say, hey, you can start have some of my money, but in return for that, you have to give me a little 20p extra for having my money.
So you have to teach your child to, when you give someone £10, you have to learn to negotiate. Something bigger, maybe 10% extra.
Yes, you have to. So, and for that, your collateral is your best toy. You give me that toy of yours, that train set that you have. I'll keep it on top of my wardrobe. I won't use it. But when I get my money back, you get your toy back. Wow. So it's just getting them to think. Let them think.
And it helps when they grow up, isn't it?
Yeah. Who wants to be borrowing money from somebody else? We want to be banks as well. We want to own our own bank. We're always borrowing from somebody else. Let us own our own banks.
Then we have the budget, the bring
nice wedding,
the budget and needs, the wants, I'm trying to see how good my brain is. We have the budget and needs, the wants, the invest, the bucket list, the save and the invest. Okay, so we've talked about the budget, we've talked about the needs and wants, we've talked about the bucket list, and we've talked about the Save.
We talked a little bit about saving.
So let's come back to saving. What methods do you use for saving? What methods can a child use for saving? Because this is going to help adults. Because someone said his name is Wale. He said, teach me to handle my money. I'm a kid too. Some of us adults don't know how to handle our money. So
what Wale said is very true. Do you know that if I had an adult that says I just don't know how to manage my money, I'll bring the system out and use this. Let's
so it works for both children and adults.
It does.
To budget your needs, your wants, to save, your bucket list, and all that.
If you've never done any type of money education, you do have to go back to the basics. A 30-year-old who is illiterate doesn't know how to read at all. You have to go back to the basics. So it's the same. So it's no different. So in answer to your question, how does a child save? Okay, so when we talked about your piggy bank earlier, that's the first type of saving. For them to keep it in there, it stays there, and we don't just go in there and just take it when we want. We don't keep going to the shop every 5 minutes and buying stuff we don't need. Because we have money. So that's the first starting point on how they know how to just hold on to it.
So you have to instill it into them discipline.
That's right.
You have the money doesn't mean you should spend it.
Exactly. That is what it is. That is what the saving is all about. You keep it there for now. But then as they get older, we must tell them, we must teach them that it now needs to be going somewhere else. It's not always safe to keep it in the house. We need to take it somewhere else for someone else to look after it for us.
Yeah, that's interesting. Once you ask the question, how do you influence what your kids want to spend their money on the bucket list? How do you influence that?
I'll throw the question back. How do you influence your children on how they can't have everything that's in the shop, how they can't have the latest phone?
I go and say, you can't have that. I don't have that.
You talk to your children. You talk to your children. It's all a new concept to everyone. You know, you have to talk to your children, make them understand why you want them to do it, why you don't want them to get to an age where they will struggle financially. It's not your